Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Brent, aka Backpack B. Good to have you back at Knife Chat. Today we're talking about the Bestech Nyxie, one of the new Todd Knife and Tool designs that Bestech is bringing to market. There's a couple out there still, so go get one if you're interested. Yo, you better be getting it right on the first take, dude. Dude, who are you? I'm editing Brent. Bro, I'm trying my best, dude. You better, or I'll fix it. Sheesh. Ooh, it's a big box, dude. This might be a bigger knife than I thought. Todd Knife and Tool. Todd Knife and Tool. Yeah. Wee. Ooh, stickers. Good, I could save this for a snack later. Ooh, that's cool. They got stickers made of that other knife. I forget what that. Anybody know what? Comment in the description what the name of this knife is. I forget. Let's see what else is in here. A little pamphlet with the warranty info. I love a big microfiber. Nope, it's a square. Come on, dude. I'm looking for Pena-sized microfibers. This thing is, especially if this is a big knife, no bueno. I need a bigger microfiber. Oh, it's a good size, dude. I thought it was gonna be oversized. Feels good. Looks good. Yeah, I got some oil on it, I think. Let's have a look. Nice. Oh, I just want to thwack it. Ooh, some deets. Got that Todd Knife and Tool clip. Front flipper is more aggressive than I thought it looks in pictures, but ooh, it's so functional, dude. Yeah, dude, so I got it. It's here. I want to give you some initial impressions of the Bestech Nyxie. I can say my initial impressions are really good. You know, Todd Knife and Tool keeps on hitting it out of the park with Bestech. Their collabs are really good. This is my third one. This is the Nyxie. I have the Exploit and I have the Malware. I love both of those knives. They've been in my collection for a while. I wanted the Shogun, but it seemed a little bit too big for me. This seems like it's going to be a good EDC option. My only worry was that the front flipper was going to be a little bit too outrageous. It's a big front flipper. It doesn't really bother me. Like it's definitely a big aspect of this knife, but functionally, wow. And just listen to this. Like aside from the front flipper, the thumb hole and the fuller here, dude. Like you get tons of leverage on that. I mean, I am Thunder Thumbs, but like this isn't just like me having flip game. This thing is dialed. And yeah, the overall aesthetic is very interesting. It doesn't really look like his other knives, in my opinion, but it looks cool. Whoa. Okay, I have to step in finally. Editing Brent here. The idiot just said something that is just like ridiculous. That this knife doesn't look like an other Todd Knife and Tool knives, which is a complete lie. I don't know what he was trying to say there, but it definitely fits in the family of Todd Knife tools. It looks like the other Todd Knife and Tool designs in terms of all the calling cards that you would look for in his design aesthetic are there. I think what he was trying to say there is that like the silhouette of this knife doesn't look exactly like any of the other silhouettes of the Todd Knife and Tool Bestech knives, which I'd have to agree with. But just to clarify, like this definitely fits. As soon as you see this knife, you know it's a Todd Knife and Tool. I was thinking like, hey, if I don't like this front flipper, I could chop it off, but then I was looking, the stop pin is super far back, which it's not a problem, but if you're trying to mod this front flipper off, it's not gonna happen. Because look, that's where it has contact right there. Overall impressions so far are really good. Fit and finish is nice. Let's check everything. Yeah, that's solid. There's no detent lash, no rock lock, no blade. A little bit of blade play, but I could probably tighten down on that a little bit. Action and detent. Detent is dialed. Look at that action too. You get over the detent ball a little late, like right there. If you have your finger down on the lock bar, like it flies by that. You don't even notice where it is. So that's not a problem for me. Fit and finish looks great. I like the finish of like the stonewashy finish of the titanium. Very nice. And then there's a satin on the bevel, and the flats here have a stonewash, which is really cool. Yeah, I really like the fuller. I think that's what really got me into this knife in the beginning. The fuller is really cool. Yeah, so that's my first impressions there. I'll give you some B-roll now.
Did you say B-roll?
Woo! Alright guys, let's get into a knife walkthrough. One of my favorite things to do when I get a knife. So I went with the full titanium Nyxie. I believe it has like a nice stonewash type finish on the titanium blades. Yeah, you can see that there. Todd Knife and Tool logo on the pivot, which he puts on all of his designs, which I love the logo. It's a calling card that I look for, and it's on the other ones that we'll compare it to soon. Also, a lot of design language that we're used to seeing from Todd Knife and Tool is here. Milled out holes, like speed holes that are small, a couple of them in a row. I think, like, here, let me just quickly break out. Yeah, that might be on all of them. This is the Bestech malware. And then just check for the 3 holes on this one too. This is the Bestech Exploit, my favorite model from Bestech, actually. So yeah, the 3 holes is a calling card. Angular lines, just like an overall kind of modern, futuristic feel. I don't know if all of them have lanyard holes. No, this is a huge lanyard hole. You can fly 747 through that bad boy, right? For somebody who is not a lanyard hole fan, I actually am not too offended by it, even though it's so big. It is really worked into the design. It's a little bit of a negative space that kind of plays off the thumb hole, size-wise, not shape-wise. So yeah, although I'm never going to put a lanyard on it, I like that it's integrated into the design. It doesn't feel like an afterthought. 3 screws. I think these are all T6. I'll confirm if they're T6. I'll put it on the screen.
Nope.
Great access to the fuller thumb hole combination. A massive, and I mean massive, front flipper. Thing reminds me of an iceberg, like sinking the Titanic. I'm on the fence if it's too out there, dude. One of my thoughts when I bought this piece is, hey, if I don't like this front flipper, I could chop it off. Not thinking about it all the way, because the point of contact on the stop pin back here, it's a far back stop pin. That stop pin is far back there. So you will not be modding this flipper off without ruining the knife. Anyway, back to the hole and the fuller. I like the treatment here. It looks like there's a stone wash on the flat and in the fuller. And then a pill-shaped, not completely pill, more rounded square thumb hole here. There you can see the Bestech logo, S35VN steel. I haven't, since I've been carrying this, which has been almost 2 or 3 weeks now, I've been using it with the thumb hole deployment way more than this front flipper. The front flipper definitely works great, but it's not the prettiest thing to look at. And I think the longer I've owned this knife, the more I don't like that front flipper, to be honest. But yeah, let's move on to the spine of the handles here. And wow, that's a really cool backspacer. I like the details here. I think that it really fits in the Todd Knife and Tool design language. Doesn't add too much weight because it's not a super heavy knife. It's got to be under 4 ounces. Moving on to the clip side of the knife, and there you go. That's a Todd Knife and Tool clip if I've ever seen one. The clips seem to be like a family. Again, you get the 3 tiny holes that Todd Knife and Tool does, and you can see it's a frame lock. It's got a little screw for the steel insert. Is there an over travel? Yeah, you could see right in there, there's an over travel stop right there, so you can't put too much pressure when disengaging the knife. That's always something that's nice to have, so you're not worrying about it. Very like cyberpunk type design language. That's why I collect these. I really think they're functionally also great knives too, so you're getting a cool look with a really cool function. So let's test out that thwack, baby. Let's get into it. Hold on. 3, a 2, a 1. Yeah, man, the deployment's great. The detent is feeling nice. Action's okay. It's not super drop shutty. It's like shake shutty, which is fine. I've tightened it a little bit because I hate blade play. It's my #1 thing. There was a tiny bit of blade play when this came, and now it's gone. Let's look at the overall knife. I've been using it. You can see some micro scratching. was a little bummed about the micro scratching because, yeah, like right there, because I really didn't like go too hard on it. It was just like some boxes that put a scratch on the blade. So S35 VN scratching from boxes, I'm like, okay, weird. Very weird. But anyway, let's check out some specs on the Bestech Nyxie, weighing in at 3.51 ounces. This is a handle length of 4.37 inches, handle width of 0.75 inches, and a handle thickness of 0.47 inches. It has a blade length of 3.375 inches, a blade width of 1.13 inches, and a blade thickness of 0.16 inches, giving the Bestech Nyxie an overall length of 7.75 inches. It has a reverse Tonto blade, thumb hole fuller, front flipper deployment, titanium scales, a lanyard hole, a frame lock, ball bearing pivot system, a forward finger choil, and S35 VN steel. So nice little package there. Alright guys, so that's really it for this video. That was two kind of different takes in a row there. My initial thoughts, and then that second little walkthrough was like 3 weeks later, and you could slowly see throughout the video that I started to hate this front flipper. And now I do. Okay, I've had it for a little bit over a month. This is my little conclusion segment. I think the knife is great in terms of build quality. They did a really good job with it, so shout out to Bestech on their build quality. The design, for me, although I love Todd Knife and Tool knives, this is probably my least favorite in the family now. Now that I've had some time to digest this knife, I think that out of all the Bestech Todd Knife and Tool knives, this, for me, is just my least favorite. I really think that the front flipper is a little too outrageous. It bothers me. It's pokey. Can't mod it off. If you could mod it off, it'd probably be a different story. Also, I think out of all the blade shapes, this is probably the least Todd Knife and Tool one. I just don't think... It's not my favorite, but if it speaks to you, I think it's a great knife, build quality wise. So functionally, I did cut with it a bunch, and I hope I have footage of that. Maybe I'll edit it now. It's good. It does a great job. The blade shape is great for cardboard. You know, with this reverse Tonto, I'm assuming this is. It's almost like a sheep's foot reverse Tonto combo, but you know, good knife. Not my favorite in terms of design, especially when there's something like the Exploit out there, which is my favorite. So I just like say, if Todd Knife and Tool knives stick out to you, now you have more choices, so that's a positive thing. I recommend the knife from a quality standpoint, and if the design speaks to you personally, go for it. For me, it's faded a little bit. It's not my favorite of the bunch, but guess what? It's staying in my collection because I just love Todd Knife and Tool. Overall, great knife. It's just, they set the bar very high with the other knives, is what I'm saying. And I think it's fun, now after I looked at the edit, you can see in the beginning I was so pumped about it, and then after some time passed, I really started to hate this front flipper. It's just so big, dude. Like, look at the Exploit one, and then, I don't know if I can get this in focus. That's the difference, dude. Like, that is insane. It's like, I don't know. I mean, functionally, again, great. Design-wise, I don't know. The overall look, including the blade profile in this one, just isn't my favorite. So Exploit is still the top dog for Bestech for me in terms of the knife and tool knives. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you liked this episode of Knife Chat. I'm still developing it, you know, so there'll be more to come. Way more knives coming, and I'm trying to put these out weekly. So I love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. It's your boy Backpack B, and I'm out. Deuces.